Hey, what's up guys? Scavenger Reviews here, and I'm coming at you with a Superman video. I'm kind of on a Superman streak right now. I really like the guy, and you know what? Over the course of my life, I have not given enough respect to the King of Comics. Because let's be honest, like seriously, in every discussion where people talk about like the best comic book characters, Batman, Superman, and Spider-Man are always top three, and Superman, arguably, he's the one that started it all. I don't know, maybe you would have an argument that, it's actually Batman, or it's actually this, or it's actually that, or, I know he's not, like, the first ever character created, blah, 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 but anyways, getting into that, like I said, I've just been on a total Superman streak lately. I am super excited to see the movie, and I recently rewatched the Christopher Reeves movie. Shameless plug, by the way. Go watch my other video where I talk about the Christopher Reeves movie. Anyways, enough of that. Let's get into it. So, moving krypto aside for a moment, here he is. This is the Superman based off of the new movie, obviously, and I really like his look. Both of the suits, I like the S. We finally got the trunks back. Yes, he looks very good in the trunks. He's got the red boots and everything, which that was never really lost, but hey, I'll take what I can get. And this is not necessarily like a look at all McFarlane figures, but if this is the way they're going to go from now on, then I am very excited for the future of McFarlane figures. Because I'm going to be honest, I have not bought a figure in like 4 years, okay? No, not 4 years. More like 2 or 3. 2 on the shorter end, 3 on the longer end. And this is a great figure. Now, if you notice, I am holding up his foot. He doesn't want to stand, man. Like, his feet, the way they're sculpted are ever so slightly, like, back, not like this, versus standing straight up like that. And when you move them a segment forward, it's obviously too far forward. You got a Michael Jacksoning, So you have to kind of finagle, his knees and feet and, there you go, kind of. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. That works, But let's get into accessories. As for accessories, he comes with 3 alternate faces. And, well, technically 4, because the one he's got on. And they actually swap out kind of in an interesting way. And also 2 alternate hands, which are kind of useless. I'll get into that. So, those are the 3... Those are the 2 faces. No, I'm joking. Come on. Anyways, and I'm not trying to be a hater, really. Now that's good. Hold on. I'm going to unfocus that so I can refocus it. But can you guys see any difference between these faces? Let me try to... That's impossible. How am I going to... There we go. I can't see any difference. I'm not... Like I said, I'm not even trying to be a hater. But let's take it off real quick. First of all, this is horrifying, Rather than an alternate head sculpt, you have to just peel away his face and leaves that. Like, oh my god, that's terrifying. That's a villain right there, But that being said, again, hold on. Now, the one with the red eyes, that's obviously different, but did I get, like, a dud? Like, serious question. Did they come with different faces for you guys? Because if there was, like, one that was, like, kind of, like, angry, and then one that was happy, and then one that was, like, maybe, like, mouth open, like he's yelling, like, whatever, I don't know. A smoke or whatever. Like, maybe this one... Oh my gosh! Alright, so maybe the one on the end looks a little bit different, And this one, on the other end, I can see, like, the brow is slightly furrowed. But if this is what we're calling, like, a deluxe, like, figure set, a deluxe theatrical edition, I don't know, it's not really giving me enough to justify. So let's get Superman's face back on, because that's horrifying again. And it's really cool, though. You do have a little thing there, and you just basically, boom, and it's good connection. Like, that is solid, that is in there, that is not coming out unless you want it to, so as far as articulation, he's got really great articulation everywhere you would need to have articulation, except for the one spot on a Superman where you would want it the most. Like, come on. So, for instance, he's got double jointed elbows. That is great. That is awesome. They're not pinless, but whatever. We're not going to get into that. He's got the typical McFarlane hands that are like the segmented top, so they can go up that high, down that low, and then you have to, like, twist it to get other, you can't see a thing. You have to twist it to get other ones. Same with the other hand, obviously. And then the leg can kick about up that high, not too far because of the trunks, and back that far. Again, not too far because of the trunks, but that's okay. That's okay. Knees are also double jointed. Now, you can't fully get those, but I mean, come on, how double jointed do you really need them? There is I thought there was a calf swivel. I guess not. There is no calf swivel. There is the ankle, however, and ankle pivot. So that's kind of cool. And a very tight toe bend, but in a good way. Like, that's a good thing to be tight. And then the head, it rotates 360 degrees, but it kind of has like specific spots you want to end it on. So, like, not that much, but there you go. So it's got like boom, boom, like in here there's like a rotating gear, I guess you would call it, And then the best thing, this was like the big seller for me, a cloth cape. Yes, that's what we've been waiting for. That's awesome. I love that we have a cloth cape, and it's fully posable too. So there's a bendy wire running along this side and along this side, which means that you can have his cape down, like he's standing. You can have his cape all the way up, like the wind is, blowing it. You can have it swishing to the left, to the right, upside down, say he's like being like held by it or something. I don't know. Doing one of these. It's awesome. I love the cape. You can even like kind of stretch it around his shoulders just like that. That creates like a really nice silhouette. That's awesome. I love the cape. That, like I said, was the big seller for me. And, I'm not done complaining about the head. I got distracted by the amazing cape. The cape is amazing. The articulation's amazing. The sculpting, the detail, everything. Why can he not look up? He cannot look up or down at all other than this. That's all you get. Are you kidding me? Like the Superman pose where he's like flying through the air, that's the best I'm gonna get right here. Which, no, it's not. I was trying to be nice and be like, oh, it's fine, but it's not. It's not. My Superman should have enough articulation to fully, like, like, I want to put that head all the way up like a Spider-Man figure would, like the Marvel Legends Spider-Man would. I don't have any right near me or anything like that. I wish I did, but, all of those are, like, almost universally great. So, about the about the different hands, these are useless. They're open hands, which look great in flying poses. I would like to, I'm fair. I give both good and negatives. I would like to bring up how much thicker these mushroom pegs are. They're not mushroom pegs, but how thicker how much thicker these pegs are now. You know, that's another thing. Like I said, I haven't bought a McFarlane figure in a few years now, and that is one of the things I really did not like about them, was how thin they were and how breakable they were. And there he goes! You know? Like, again, unless he's looking directly down at, like, the people on the ground or something, that's not good, you know? I want, like, that's the most you can get. Like, that is... Hold on. There you go. If you really fake it, like, see how much I'm doing for that? If you really fake it, you can kind of get a, you know, a decent-ish. But that's not good enough. It's not good enough. You know, like, you can, you know, make him, you know, have his arms splayed out if you want, or he can even clap. I was doing that a second ago. Hold on. You know, here you go. But they're really just... There you go. I don't know what the hell I've got him doing, but now he's doing this. And he's like, hey, what are you doing? I don't know what he's doing. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the newest McFarlane figure. I really love this Superman design. I love the look. I love the fact that we have the trunks back. I love the de-Batmanification, because I love Batman. I really do. He's one of my favorite characters. I love the fact that we're finally able to move on from Batman and have, like, a different character. Speaking of different characters, Krypto. I have not said anything about this. Presumably, I haven't seen the film yet. Very good boy. You know? And he's got a cape as well, so that's super cute. Love that. And he's sculpted pretty well, you know? Again, haven't seen the film, so... But I mean, like, it's a white dog, you know how you can't really mess it up. Except they did mess it up because, again, maybe I'm... Oh, crap. Maybe I'm being spoiled, but again... Deluxe theatrical edition, you know, maybe I'm just asking too much, you know, blah, 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 but if you're gonna market yourself as being the deluxe, why can't the dog move? I didn't even need a lot. I don't need it to be like a fully posable second figure or anything. I understand there's limitations, but, like, you can't even move the head. I thought for sure, you know, you'd be able to, like, twist the head so you could be like, you know? That, like, twist head thing dogs do. But nope. You know, no legs, you know, and they're very thin. Like, I feel like I'm gonna break them if I... Am I bleeding? Oh, look at that. I'm bleeding. Anyways, where did that come from? I don't know. Anyways, though, but no tail, so I can't even have him wagging, you know. But I can do this. There you go. So, I mean, it's a nice, cute set. You know, sure, it is. There you go, it looks like he's about to deck him. Oh my god! He doesn't stand very well. I mean, you know, so I mean, that's why these figures come with them. It's also why I stopped buying them, but you know, whatever. Yeah, I'll put him on this one. But I dig it, you know, he's a good enough Superman. There you go. You know, that, I think, might be how I have him displayed on my shelf. I really like that. Or maybe I'll put, like, the open hand or something. Anyways, I've been Scavenger Reviews. See, that's even as low as he can look down, you know? Anyways, I've been Scavenger Reviews. I will catch you guys on the next one. Those have been my thoughts on the new figure. You can find me on Scavenger Reviews on, obviously, here, or Instagram as well. I have been posting a lot more, so go check that out. Scavenger Reviews at Instagram. I've been doing good. I just bought a new Yu-Gi-Oh game, so that's pretty cool. And speaking of cards, there's the card he comes with. Stats on the back. Well, not really stats, but like bio on the back. Yeah. Anyways, peace. See you guys later.